Hey, it's Randy's Den. I got something pretty scary and interesting and all around wild that I got to show you guys. Basically, all this is right here a GE microwave. I will give you the model and everything in a second. Just normal microwave. I'm just ripping screws out of it, gonna strip it apart quick. Don't even know if it works or not, but I just had to put this on video, what I seen. So let me come around to the back. I want to find the model. I might have to dig around somewhere. Now, I have this microwave on its face, so the door is down here, laying upside down. And this is what I found when I pulled the top
New messages
metal
received
covering
from Josh.
off.
Messages, I got jacket's gear.
Yeah,
I'll wear it for round 2.
Crispy. That is unbelievable. And I've taken apart a mess load of microwaves, and I've found the instructions in them many a times. But I've never seen that happen before. Yeah. That's how many, I've taken apart 3 times that many as transformers are there. Them are double stacked, 2 high. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And there's 2 in there, so yeah, 10. There's more back here. And other ones laying around, and ones that I've stripped and just for the wire and thrown out already. Oh yeah, many. But yeah, I've never seen that before, and it is really crispy, crisp. I can't find the model. I do want to give the model so then you know exactly. Oh my gosh. Just looking, there's no wiring, there's no nothing here. So it had to have started from the conduction, convection, whatever on the inside and caught it somehow. It's really astonishing that happened. I'm obviously going to take this all apart, strip it all out. And nice, thanks a lot. There's my drill on the floor. Damn thing. Yeah, I'm gonna strip everything out of here. Transformer. We got just a basic door. Switches. Yeah, door switches. This is actually not bad. There's 1 there, 2 there, 3. That's actually minimal. Usually I pulled 6 to 7 just door switches out of microwaves before. So I'm guessing this is a little bit older model. And I have no idea why someone dropped it off or got rid of it. No idea whatsoever. But I will be investigating, taking apart all the power supply board, actual transformer and everything, and testing it to see what's going on with that. This is loose. I took the screws out of that. But yeah, here's your soft start. Here up on the top, that's what that big inductor's for, with the fuse behind it. That's going to be one of the first things I do here. I'm going to pull that apart. I want to check the fuse, make sure the fuse ain't blown, and see what else. I also want to open it up and see if there's any burning on the inside from the other side of this. So, and I will get the model for it. Unbelievable. Just want you guys to check this out. Important. Do not remove envelope or destroy contents. So, if someone was to see this here, like it was, taped down, just like this, do not remove or destroy contents. Okay, well, why not, first off, and what happens if you don't? Well, that's what happens. Oh yeah, I love that echo chamber. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, roached. That's unbelievable. I've never seen nothing like that. Freaking cooked right through that. I have no idea. I'm guessing that it arced. It must have arced through the top somehow. Because I don't know. The paper was too close. I really, unless the paper maybe got moisture on it somehow over time, and because that's how microwaves work, really, is they cook off any moisture. That's the exact way that they work. They use moisture molecules. In fact, they can't work without it. That's how they work. Huh. I'll have to keep investigating here. I don't know if I'll be able to figure this one out, but it is a wild one. Yeah, this is the... Let's get it spun around. This is the transformer I got out of it. I had nothing set up to film this. I wasn't going to film it at all until I seen the big fire on it. Come on, focus. I still haven't found anything that shows what the model is. I'm pretty sure that the paper had it written inside it, but it singed the crap out of it. So, all right, let's take a look at the rest of the business there. Oh yeah, those sirens, they're not showing up here for me. That was that's on the TV there. I got to turn that down. And now back to the bench to show off my winnings, we'll say, my collection. I got the light bulb out of it. Usually they're pretty darn dim, to be honest with you, for light bulbs. Not real impressive, to be honest with you. Doesn't say on it. This is the fan. I had to pull the fan blade off. It was stuck in a whole bunch of plastic housing stuff. And here's the magnetron. Now these do go sometimes. Double check. There's two nice magnets right here. These are nice and strong magnets that you can get out of there. You gotta be careful. This is underneath this metal cap it's either pink or I have seen it white too. It's beryllium. This might even be it right here. I believe this is a ceramic though. But beryllium is very, very nasty stuff. You don't want to cut into it and have it making dust all over and then breathing it in. It'll make you really nastily sick. It's hazardous to your health, beryllium is. So be careful with that. We will be able to test this to make sure at least we got continuity through it and what type of resistance. I believe it's around 1,000 ohms is what they typically are. I could be wrong. Something I wanted to mention too while I got it here. Gorilla Glue. This will be the tip of the day, just throwing at you out of the blue. Gorilla Glue, this stuff right here comes in dries clear or brownish or yellow, whatever, for wood and a whole bunch of other stuff. Stuff works great, right? It's expanding. You gotta always remember that this stuff is kind of with... First off, you gotta remember that to use water with it. Just a light spritz of water on whatever you're doing. You want to glue, spritz it with a little... I use a little tiny pump bottle of... I don't know what it is, but yeah, spritz whatever your components or whatever materials you're doing, and then put them together with the glue on it. The glue is what activates it. It actually, I used it before not knowing it, and then I actually read the directions and found out that, wow, it does take water to use this stuff. And the reason I bring it up, I mentioned it to my brother, and he said he's probably used it five of these, over the last couple of years, and he argued with me that it doesn't take water. I said, yes, it does. That's why it doesn't cure right off the bat, that it takes forever. He's like, yeah, it always seems to. It works great, but it always takes forever. I'm like, yeah, you got to use water with it. And yeah, he was happy that I told him that. It helped out with a lot of things. So here's our soft start. I'll tell you what I'll do right now. I'll get that clipped up, and we'll check the beep mode on that. We'll put continuity in beep mode. So... yeah, I wanted to mention that about the Gorilla Glue. Stuff does work great, though, especially for doing bigger spots or areas. Get this so you guys can see it. How's the glare on that? I'll get my fancy. Alright. Fuse should be. Yep, so fuse is good. Let's see what the magnetron... Let's see what the bulb is first. Make sure the bulb is good if I'm going to save it. 66 ohms. Oh, almost dropped it. They work much better after you smash them on the floor a couple times. Alright. I'll try 0 right out. Could that possibly mean it's a short? I don't think so. I think they have high resistance, and that's why I use high voltage in them, and that's what cooks the food. High voltage, microwave, radiation. Let me flip the leads just to double check. I don't think it's going to make a difference. Yep, right down to 0. Also, we got the little, this is the rotating motor. It's a geared down little motor that just, for the turntable on, what was it, 1980, I think they come out with the rotating, that was the big thing. They call it the carousel, rotating carousel. So, let's see, 3 watts, 2.3 something RPMs, so that's 2.5 RPMs, maybe it's 2.5, yeah, 2.5 RPMs per minute, revolutions per minute, so 2.5 times it'll go all the way around. 125 ohms. Let me write that on it. Where's my marker? Where is my marker? Come on now, I just had this dumb thing. It would be all over me if I didn't need it. Okay. I swear it was just here. Oh, it is. It's right here. 125 or something like that. Ohms. This was 0. And I don't think it's supposed to be 0 though. 0 ohm. High voltage diode, you have to test that with the, usually a 9-volt battery helps you test that. Gives you the, ups the voltage that you're using. That's what these use, is 3 volts. But if it's higher than that, then you have to add voltage to it. I'll tell you, we can even check these switches here. These switches are nice. I love these things. And as long as they click, they usually work. That's what I've always found with them. I've got tons of these, probably 40 of these altogether, just exactly like this. I used to call them micro switches for the longest time, but then you see tiny switches, and it's like, well, I guess these things aren't so micro anymore. So let me get this pulled apart, and then we can start doing some testing on these. Got to get this one off, though. This one's going to be tough. There it goes. Usually if you hear them click like that, they usually work. Then some will be normally closed, others normally open. Here's your temperature sensor. Temperature or current interrupters. These will actually interrupt the circuit if they get triggered. Usually it's if it gets too hot. If these sense too hot, the resistive element inside it will break and open the circuit. That's how these typically work. Let's see what these are at. Should beep. Yeah, so then you know it's good. I always like to put a check mark on it, then I know. Oh, you know what? In fact, these have usually they have the rating right on them. This one's got some weird numbers. The other one does. It looked like temperature numbers. I'll check it better. Yep, 0. I'll put checked. Checked. What does this one say? No, same thing. Looks like a code. It's code you'd have to look on the internet, and it would tell you what all the N1 101 looks like. Could be NT 101. This is 1045, a 60, and a 6220. So, not sure what all that means, but you have to punch them in, and it'll come back and tell you what it is on the old interweb or Google. Google works great, and if you don't get what you're looking for, always try to reword, rephrase, add a word, subtract a word, anything like that will help you moving stuff around to you'll eventually find it. That's why I used to get so frustrated, and then people would always, oh yeah, it's so great, and I'm like, no, it sucks. Well, I suck. I'm the one that sucked. It still works great. It was because I just throw some crappy statement at it and expect it to read everyone's mind, and obviously it can't. So did I say I tested this right? No, I didn't yet. Get it wiped off here so I can write on it somewhere. Yeah, this microwave isn't really all that bad as far as old and used, I'd say. A little bit dusty. I've seen 20 times worse, so let's put it that way. Just really nasty ones that you could tell have never been cleaned in their life from day one, and probably just all of a sudden stopped working, and someone just threw them out. So, I mean, who really goes in and cleans out their microwave every year or something, you know? I mean, that's about what it is. Let's see. We got, looks like a center tap on here, too. We got 103. So what's that going to be? Oh, 22. Here's a good spot. 103. Oh, this side's much better. This marker sucks. This marker's ready to go. Yeah, they're very much ready to go. It is. 103 ohms. I'll just put center. See with the line through it, I know means center. It's 22. 22 ohms. That thing was 0. Here's the the soft start is there. I clipped the wires just a tad long, so if anyone was confused or putting one back together or that, they could see where at least where these two wires are. And actually, coming in, I can tell you right now how it went. This is your neutral, and I can tell you why. Even though they're both black, this is your live. And the way to tell the difference is on cords like this is a 3-strand. One side will be a little bit rougher than the other side. And I can even show it to you what I mean by rougher. Come on. See, it's got some lines in it that make it rougher when you rub your hand across it, and this side's smooth. Always, almost always, I don't think I've found any difference yet, but there's always an exception to the rule. Your neutral side is, or neutral or your common is always the rougher side, is always. And usually almost always, the smooth side will even have writing somewhere along it. Sometimes it's in white and it fades over time, or it's even like etched into it. In the cords, you'll see the ratings like 600 volt max, and that'll always be your live coming in. So it actually went like this: live, neutral. This one did have the little plastic housing around it. I ripped it off when I was pulling it apart. And this grounded actually right above. How did it lay out? Like this. There's the back of it. It actually grounded just like this. Boink. And this mounted in a little plastic thing. So yeah, that's the soft start. That's to with the transformer being so big in that, and you don't want to have that huge inrush on the line. It just makes everything work so much harder. You do a soft start and it just kind of let it build up, and then just like you hear the transformers when you start the microwave, it goes, and it starts working, that's exactly, you don't want it wow movement. It's just a massive, it's just hard on everything. So that's what the soft start does. By running it through the coil, it actually softens it. Softens your current. And here is the circuit board. Nothing special really to see here. Nothing to see here. Everyone go home. It's one of the old style, the green, where you could semi-transparent flex that went on this, and they went under the. Here's the display. I got a whole bunch of these. I'll still even save this one. They're cool. They're hard to get out though sometimes because they're not soldered on the back. They're soldered right there, and you can't get in there with the solder sucker good or anything else. The worst is when there's a chip or something underneath here, but here they put it off to the side. Here's your buzzer. There's all kinds of goodies on here. What was that? PTC. TVR, I'm guessing that is some type of PTC. This is a mauve here, the green one. What does that show on the board? Yeah, that's... Oh, it says VR1, so Varistor. This is the PTC, actually, is the green one. So I was wrong, according to what the board says. So... PTC right here is positive temperature coefficient. I'll explain that sometime. And a negative temperature coefficient. It's all about current limiting and heat. And TVR is the VR1. It's a varistor. Again, with current limiting. Oh, the relay. I wonder if I did that when I yanked out the... oh, maybe not. Maybe that's just... Oh, it's got that gap in there. Yeah, maybe it's alright. Just never seen it like that. Usually they mount right up flush. Just wonder if some of them lock right on. I pull them off. Some are hard to get off. These darn little clip-on ones. And I'll tell you, you could fight and rip everything clean off of the thing before you even get the clip-on out. This one's bent. Damn thing had to be bent. I was just going to show you guys close-up of exactly why they... Oh, yeah, I got it bent back, so... Yeah, the way these go on... Let's bring it right up here. Okay, they slide on here. And see this little hole here? That little hole, when you slide this on... This thing's mangled. But there's a little dimple on this little band right here. Okay? If I could straighten it up, it would help you guys see it a little better, I think. Yeah, that little dimple right there. And it locks right in, and I mean it really locks. But if you get this tab sticks out. It always sticks out on this side, on the side where the that's kind of open. You can see the flat blade sitting right in there. Let me bring it up here again. Kind of slide it on so you see what I mean. See how that slides on there? And that dimple, it really locks it right in there. But if you, and sometimes they even have these stupid things on where you can't get it off. See, that didn't have the locking. If it did, I highly doubt it that it did, because they're usually harder and heck. Oh, in fact, here, this one at the back, I'll bend it and make it a little easier so you guys to see. This one at the back has look, I'll pull like crazy, and I can't move that thing. Now, that little tab there, I'll put some red marker on it so you really can see it. There. So it really stands out because it's not super simple to see. Let's see if I can do this. Now I gotta line that up underneath. Okay, yeah, see the red little tag there? Right by my thumbnail, my nasty thumbnail. Yep, you push that, and that will let it slide out for you. It unlocks it. Like I say, if there's a plastic housing around it, you have to pull the housing first, unless it's got a hole through it. And see, I'm going to use my thumbnail just to depress it a little bit, and it should, if I can push it far enough. Yep, lets it pop right off. So, again, here's that up close. That little tab right there. Come on. And there's a dimple right in the back. It looks like it would do nothing, but I'm telling you, you'll want to murder everything if you have to fight with one of them. I've ripped these right out of the board before with way too much force trying to pull them things. They're a nightmare. If you can't get at them to get on that tab, they'll make you mental. Totally mental. So, yeah, that's about it. All kinds of cool components out of there. Oh, I forgot to test the switches. Bring this guy back. Yeah, all kinds of cool things out of just little microwave ovens like that. And yep, that one works. Let's see if I want to see if it has on it normally open or normally closed. This would be a normally open. Then when you hit the button, it closes the switch, makes a connection. Oh, I can't see it very good. No, I don't see where it says. Yeah, you just always have to. I imagine one of these will be just the opposite. You hook it up and it'll be closed. It'll beep. Yeah, right there. Oh, actually the schematic does show you. Yep, right there. It's connected. Now I hit the button and it'll... Why is it? There it is. Oh, I got a bad connection. There we go. But yeah, that one was normally closed. They don't tell you NC or NO, but it does have the diagram, wiring, the internal wirings, makeup of it on it. And this one is... That's connected too, so it should beep once I hook it right up. Let me straighten that out and get right on that. Come on now. Come on now. Should beep and it doesn't. Now I'm a liar. Sure looked like it was closed to me. Oh, NC. Huh. Yeah, that one says NC and it shows it hooked right there. Oh, whatever. Too confusing for me, I guess. So I hope you guys got to enjoy yourselves and get a little entertainment out of this. Appreciate, as always, any minute of anyone's time and your guys' time. Any questions or comments, always feel free to leave them. I appreciate it very much because it helps me know what I'm doing that's good, what's not. You know, helps point me in the right direction here. Also, I wasn't lying. Cops is on the TV on A&E Live PD. So, and the last thing here. All right, where am I? Yeah, here is. I know there's a lot going on, but yeah, these are. It's just a handle. It's a big pair of loppers here, and the handles were loose on the end. I actually put these on. It's actually hose that's painted now. I actually dumped a bunch of paint down inside here to tighten it up. It held it on good, but the ends were loose. There was a gap. So I put this is your Gorilla Glue. That's exactly what it looks like. After you put the water to it, that's exactly what it does, how it glows like that. And it'll actually harden, it's stickier than madness, and it'll harden just like that, and it'll be almost like foamy insulation. But it'll be tough. Tough stuff too when you go to poke it, or when it's done curing, you can shave it with a nice sharp knife and clean it up. So the stuff works really good actually for bigger jobs. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks again, guys. Very much appreciated, and that was pretty wild seeing how burnt that thing was on the inside. Have a great evening, day, night. Easter is coming soon. Thanks.